Well, growing fruit here in Colorado is a bit of a challenge sometimes, depending on what you decide to grow. There are a lot of choices. Most of us have never ventured farther than trying to plant some strawberries in the garden, which do beautifully here and do require a little bit of maintenance and extra care. But there are a lot of other plants that you could use in your own backyard to grow your own fruit. Right here on the cart, these are what I'd call small fruits, things that grow on bushes or vines, like blueberries here. Currants, I've got black and red currant bushes right there. Gooseberries grow beautifully here, as well as raspberries and grapes. Blueberries like a very acid soil, so really the only way I've ever had success with growing blueberries in Colorado is in a pot with a special mix with an acid pH, and you'll find all the information for growing these guys on our website at digincolorado.com. I've taken all that guesswork out of it for you. You can just look it up there and read those articles, and you'll decide what works best for you. But probably the biggest category of growing fruit here in Colorado are tree fruits. I'm standing right next to some apples that are blooming beautifully right now, but you can also grow peaches here, apricots, nectarines, plums, pears, and even cherries. All of these trees are available in 3 sizes, depending on the size of your property and what kind of room you've got. Now, starting with dwarf. These are trees that stay, I'd say, 8 to 10 feet tall at the most, and don't spread out more than about 6 feet in diameter. You could even grow these in large containers if you want to. Then a step up from dwarf trees is semi-dwarf. These trees will grow to be 10 to 12 feet in height and about the same in spread. They'll take regular maintenance, regular pruning to keep them to size, but they'll produce a ton of fruit. And then after that is the old-fashioned standard fruit tree. And these are trees that will get up into the 20-25 foot tall range. Those aren't as popular anymore because yards just aren't that big and they take so long to come into production. So I take a look at semi-dwarf and dwarf. They come into production usually within 3 years after planting, and they give you full-size fruit year after year. One other thing you'll need to know about fruit trees is that some of them need pollinators, some of them don't. And again, I've got all that information for you very clearly put into some articles and graphs on the website, so you can find those, print those off, take them with you to the nursery when you're buying fruit trees. The trees and even the shrubs and the vines are all going to need full sun all day long. You know that means at least 6 hours, preferably 8 or 10 hours of direct sun. Also, not down in a valley, because cold air sinks, and down in a valley is where it's going to freeze if we have a late freeze. So plant them up on a hill if you can. There's lots of great information out there. Your garden centers are a terrific resource for varieties that do well here in Colorado.